again. How are you all doing? Okay, so these videos are being, the last video and this video are being videoed on the same day, which is why I'm wearing the same outfit. Because we had a surprise change of plans. We're actually going to the mainland to visit family and for some other reasons, and so I had to do them all in one day so that way I could get them ready and scheduled to post. All right, so last week we talked about my writing plan and my 4 tips for writing. Well, this week we're going to talk about keeping NaNoWriMo healthy, because I'm telling you, you can become a lump sitting at your chair every day for hours and hours and hours, because that's basically what it is. Because you're in a contest, you're trying to get the 50,000 words done, depending on how many days you have, and sitting there all the time is not good. So like I mentioned last week, what I plan on doing is writing for 45 minutes, taking a 15-minute break. Writing for 45 minutes, taking a 15-minute break. And so that's gonna help me get motivated. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff like walk, snacks, things like that. But there are actually 3 areas that you need to be healthy in while you're writing. And so I wanted to go over them with you. So the first one is obvious. You need to be physically healthy. And that involves a number of things. You know, I know a lot of people talk about when they're writing NaNoWriMo, they're talking about how they're gonna eat all their sugary sweet snacks and they're gonna fill up on soda or whatever the comfort foods, just so that they have something. But for me, I'm still trying to lose a little extra weight, and so I don't want to have it's hard enough sitting the whole time, so I don't want to add to that stress by thinking, okay, if I eat this cookie and eat another one, it's not gonna be exercised off, really. It's just gonna go straight to my hips. So eating healthy, healthy snacks. Like my snack for this November is gonna be carrots, because I like crunchy, but I don't want the sweets. So my healthy snack of choice is going to be carrots, and I'll just keep those in a bowl on my table, and that way, if I feel the urge to snack a little, I can just reach out, grab a little carrot, and eat it, and that'll be good. Also with drinks, you know, you need to make sure that you're not overloading on sugar, so I'm going to be drinking a lot of water. I love Walmart's American brand carbonated water. There's lots of different flavors. I usually drink that, so I will actually keep that on my desk as well. Exercise and stretching. Now I know 15 minutes is not a lot of time, but it's enough time for me to go out, take a walk down the street, walk back, come back and sit. Or just get up and stretch, you know, get moving, things like that. So another one that I've decided to do is, do you remember when I bought last year for November, NaNoWriMo, I actually bought this desk table, lap desk for my computer. It was one of my prizes, my rewards last year. And so what I've decided to do is I'm going to actually set that up on my desk and stand up and write every now and then instead of sitting. And that way I'm not constantly sitting. So I'll probably do maybe the first 45 minutes I'll sit, the next 45 minutes I'll stand. And so, I mean, that's a great solution. I would love to have one of those desks that, you know, that, have you seen them? They lift up, and so they're just part of the desk and it lifts up, but I don't have that. So I'm just gonna use my lap desk and stand up while I write. And then, so that's your physical. So whatever you can do to be physically active during NaNoWriMo is gonna benefit you. It's gonna help you. And so the next part that you need to be healthy in is your mentality, mentally healthy. And so that means for me, I'm going to set the mood. That's like a mood thing. I'm going to get my favorite candle, which is either vanilla or lilac. Lilac is a scent that when I grew up in Colorado when I was a kid, we had a cute little house, and right behind my bedroom window was a lilac bush. And so I loved to leave the window open and fall asleep with the scent of lilacs around me. It was so peaceful and calming. And so lilacs for me are calming. It helps me to just relax and because it brings back good memories. And so yeah, so I'm going to use probably lilac. I found a lilac candle at Walmart. It was like $3, so I'm going to use that. And for me also, to be mentally healthy, I like music, but I don't like music with words, because what happens with me is if I listen to a song and they're singing, I get sidetracked by what they're singing instead of what I should be writing. And so for me, instrumentals work well, and not just any instrumentals. I have to have real, I like hymns, like the old hymns, like Turn Your Eyes on Jesus, Amazing Grace, all the old hymns. And so I like instrumental hymns. And so I've got a channel on Pandora that I turn on for writing, and I don't do it very loud. It's just very low, subtle in the background, because that helps me to focus, because it's like I don't like to write with dead air. I don't like to write where there's nothing in the background. So for me, it's a candle, music. And then this is a big one for me mentally. I have to get dressed in the morning as if I'm going somewhere. I know I joke around sometimes, and a lot of people will say, yeah, it's great to write because you can just sit in your pajamas all day. For me, if I do that, I'm not very motivated. I feel like I'm a slouch, just a couch potato, whatever. And so for me, it helps to get up in the morning, shower, do my hair, put on a little, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I do put eyeliner, or not eyeliner, mascara. And so I just do my morning routine. I get dressed, I choose an outfit, I do wear comfy shorts, ones that don't wrinkle, that they're flexible, but I get dressed. I actually get dressed, and that way I feel ready to go for the day, and it helps me set the mood in my mind to be mentally healthy. And so those are my 3 things that I use to be mentally healthy. Now, the third one for me is emotions. Emotionally healthy during the writing process, because writing a book takes so much out of you. I have literally, during my novels, and those of you who have read my novels will probably guess the parts. As I'm writing and the words are flowing, I have literally spent a lot of time crying or rejoicing or being angry. I get angry at my characters, or I cry with them. It's an emotional process for me. And so kind of like writing therapy, I guess, because I'm so heavily involved in the story. It's coming out of me, it's being created. And so for me, emotionally healthy means allowing myself to express those emotions. Also, a great tip is to turn off your notifications. That means your phone, your iPad, computer, whatever it is, turn off the notifications, set a do not disturb while you're writing, so that way you're not distracted. You're not constantly being pulled away, because that's like, you're in the middle of this, I've had it happen where I've forgotten to turn off my notifications, and I'm in the middle of this emotionally dramatic scene. And all of a sudden, my phone notification goes off, and it breaks that moment. And emotionally, I'm still there, but I'm also kind of like, it's just a downer. So turn off those notifications on your phones, your laptops, computer, iPads, whatever you've got. Turn off the notifications. And this is a big one, because you don't want to be worried about the people around you and how they react to you writing. So you need to talk to the people in your life, your husband, or your wife, your boyfriend or girlfriend, your friends, your family, anybody who's close to you. You need to talk to them and explain to them what you're doing for the month of NaNoWriMo. You need to tell them, okay, listen, I am going to be writing between this time and this time, so I'm not going to be answering texts or phone calls or checking out links that you send me. And that's why, because they need to know so that they can respect your space, but also so that you can be mentally healthy, so that you're not thinking, if you see the notification go off, you're not thinking, oh, if I don't answer this, they're going to be mad at me, or they're going to be worried, or whatever. And so that's a part of being a mentally, emotionally healthy, is talk to the people around you. Let them know you're doing NaNoWriMo. Explain to them, if they don't know what NaNoWriMo is, explain to them what that means and how, just tell them, look, it's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's just that between this and this, I'm going to be writing, and I'm not going to be answering any phone calls. I'm not going to be answering texts. It's not that I'm mad at you or ignoring you. It's just I need to get this done. So treat your NaNoWriMo like a job, but be emotionally healthy. And then also, I think part of emotionally as well is learn to step away. If you're becoming so caught up in your book that you're just sobbing, which I know it sounds weird, but it has happened to me. I have had moments where I've just been so emotionally attached to the characters and that scene in that moment that, I have to actually take a break, because I have to go back and pep talk myself and say, okay, this isn't real, this is fiction. This isn't real, this is fiction. Because you become so heavily involved in your characters. It's a part of it. And so, so remember, when you're writing for NaNoWriMo, you have to be physically healthy, mentally healthy, and emotionally healthy. And so those are my tips. I'll give you a bonus tip at the end. Remember that if you feel stressed about your book at all, if you come to a point where you're just stressed, you're working too hard, you're just aggravated or whatever, deep breath, step away, take a break, get it out of your system, go run or walk or eat something, or something healthy. Don't overdo the snack, the sugary snacks, but just go, take a break, de-stress, and then come back to it. So keep these tips in mind. I don't know if I've covered everything that you have. If you're doing NaNoWriMo, what are some ways that you can keep yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy? Drop those in the comments. Send me a DM, whatever you want. I'm willing to chat and talk. So I think that about covers it this week. So I will talk to you next week. Mahalo. Bye.